about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on their in-state rivals to the south, the Miami Dolphins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because
now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
This is what this man was born for, the big spotlight on the national stage like this. Really, his entire career, he's demonstrated incredible poise, no matter what type of situation his team was in. No situation is too big for him, and you can tell in the way that he takes the field. His self-belief is evident, and he gets the job done in his mind each and every time.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. This is taken at the 23. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
This guy's leadership is so important to how this offense functions. He doesn't shrink from any moments on game day, and everything he does with confidence. He sets the example in practice, off the field, and is the guy leading everyone out for each possession.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Only able to gain a couple there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Tua sets up to pass it. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this will be taken at the 13. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence will throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They go play action now. Lawrence. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the same. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now back to throw. They'll find Gabriel Davis. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And, partner, I know so far, and we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right, where these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard? I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
Well, I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down there will pick up the 25.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to the running game with Mostert. Fighting through. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Motion man is Berrios. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They set the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to it. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Tough running there before being wrangled down shy of the 15. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it up to 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he is going to have a chance 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. Etienne up the middle, shreds the tackle. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. From the 23, here's a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And Thomas has it. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run with Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw out wide, he's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of Kirk. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Here's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. So the completion good for 6 yards. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From midfield now, Lawrence. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020.
Still 1st down.
Back near his goal line, here's Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smith. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, when you get him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now H.N. on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Tua and Tyreek for the Miami 1st. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Yasir Abdullah making the stop. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Play action, now it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield. They're understanding.
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. 34 yards. And the Dolphins push the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in the 2nd quarter. So after he scored his first score of the game here in quarter number 2.
And it comes on a great run too, Brandon, because once he got past that first wave, he kicked it into high gear, able to outrace defenders all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at their own 26. In motion left is Davis. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Duvernay in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he powers his way up past the 30.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose the touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before they could get much out of it.
From the shotgun, Lawrence has taken in his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. On the snap, he's got Davis. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. A give, running right, ETN. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long. And that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now Lawrence, and that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
This defense, they came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. Jalen Ryan, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute.
That's certainly an important score right there, because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the 2nd half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. On 1st down, Lawrence. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Dolphins rush gets him. Down he goes. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And here comes Berrios. Ooh, the juke. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Devon Achane of the offense ready to go once again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, Orlando, as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. But we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep the tight end in a few more times and maybe running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's Tua. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Well, a pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Running out of the gun with ETN.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Straight ahead, ETN. Well, he stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but close gets there quickly at the end.
Possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Berrios. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Miami set to take over. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 44-yard line, here's second and a couple. Motion man is Berrios. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Now second and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And on this one he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. On second down, Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal. Lots of plays on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is here. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. Already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are looking good here. The season openers are able to extend their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
And you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. Well, that's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Complete to right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another toe for ETN.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And they always say for a defensive coach, when I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier. Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami.
2nd and 10.
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
The Dolphins get there this time and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogba that time able to drop him for a loss.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right at the 35. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
But the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 16.
A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what could...
And now off to the races down the right side. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jags are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Out
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Berrios now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And out come the Dolphins now. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense in with a big play.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. They complete it to Hill. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 29-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Looking to pass. Tua will get this into the hands of Mostert. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Sanders' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So they decline the holding penalty and will take the down instead, as that leads us to 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. Again, it's Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And this pass broken up. Excellent cut. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
Escaping the pressure right.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
That false start costly. Moves him back to the 9 now, 1st and goal.
Lawrence
looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. They played it final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still,
I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
oh, yeah. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people explained before, well, you got to play all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Dolphins, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.